Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now? You done messed up, Aaron!
Aaron is here, everyone. Thanks for joining me, and welcome back to yet another episode of the daily documentation of the destruction of David Miscavige and Scientology. David Miscavige and Scientology done messed up on this one. Guys, this is part 2 to the story I reported on last week of Scientology getting shut off by the power company in Johannesburg, South Africa. Last week, the power company literally tweeted photos of themselves of technicians at Scientology's organization in North Johannesburg, shutting off their power, saying they had not paid 877,000 Rand of an electric bill. By the way, that's about $50,000. Guys, the story has advanced. The power company is now saying Scientology owes them $120,000. If this is not a prime example of the real-time collapse of Scientology, I don't know what is, guys. Here's what's being reported by the press. We won't hesitate to cut them off. City Power warns Church of Scientology over 2.2 million Rand bill. The Church of Scientology in Randburg owes 2.2 million Rand in electricity bills plus penalties. This is according to City Power's spokesperson, Isaac Manjana, who said they had cut the church's electricity off on Friday. There was no mistake in our disconnection of the church. The account is in arrears and remains in arrears even after they paid some deposit over the weekend. When we go to a customer like the church, we go there after extensive processes, including writing several letters warning them to pay up and pre-termination notices. We disconnect as a last resort. According to Manjana, the church had approached a community media house to speak about City Power cutting off their electricity. He added that the church had claimed that City Power had soon restored their power after realizing that they had made a mistake. The media house then got a hold of Manjana to confirm the allegations being made by the church. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's Scientology. It's already embarrassing enough that you got your power cut off. Now you're caught lying to the media when the media goes to fact check your story directly from the power company. This is unbelievable. I got a call from the media house telling me that City Power is apparently cutting off people's power for nothing and asked for my comment. I asked which people she was referring to, and she said the church. Manjana said the church had pleaded with City Power to reconnect its power. However, the utility had refused, advising them to pay a portion of the money they owed first. According to Manjana, the church had agreed to pay City Power 500,000 Rand as their first installment. That's about $25,000. Should the church default on its promise to pay the rest of the money, City Power won't hesitate to cut them off. Well, we know they mean what they say because they cut it off the first time. What's incredible to me is that, so the organization owes $120,000. And instead of Miscavige simply authorizing a disbursement of funds sufficient enough to pay the entire bill down to zero, all they've managed to do is scrape up enough money to pay off 1/6 of the amount that is currently owed. I mean, any of you guys who've been on staff know damn well this money probably didn't even come from management. They have probably crush-regged every Scientologist in South Africa. They've probably reached out to maybe a handful of particularly wealthy Scientologists just to scrape up enough money to pay enough to the power company to get the power turned back on. Even an emergency such as one of Scientology's major organizations being put completely out of business, completely unable to deliver any Scientology because they were out of power. Even that, I guarantee you, did not rise in Miscavige's eyes, did not rise to an emergency enough level, if that's even a thing, to justify dispersing funds from Sea Org reserves, actually having money flowing downhill for once. In Scientology, money only ever flows uphill. The only exception to that is when Miscavige is using Scientology money for his own personal gain or for Tom Cruise's personal gain. But I guess even in that case, that wouldn't be money flowing downhill because those two sit at the top of the hill upon which money flows up. Scientologists really need to start paying attention to this kind of stuff. If David Miscavige cared about the success and expansion of Scientology, things like this would not be happening. You can't explain away the failure of orgs by, oh, we need the new command teams back. Oh, the text being misapplied. Oh, policies being misapplied. Guys, I mean, I know this isn't the point of this video, but Miscavige keeps coming out with new reasons why Scientology isn't accomplishing its goals. And every time the new reason is always something to fix an earlier solution that is now the actual problem. Guys, for you Scientologists out there, think of it this way. Think of all the evolutions and the waves of so-called innovation that have occurred that are supposed to solve Scientology's problems and allow it to expand. You had the first golden age of tech. You had the golden age of tech for OTs. You had the second golden age of tech. You had the golden age of ethics. You had the golden age. Now you have the golden age of admin. It would be one thing if every time Miscavige came out with an evolution, Scientology sort of took one big step forward. And then a new evolution, and it took another big step forward, and then maybe a plateau. And then a new evolution, and take another big step forward, and maybe a plateau. What I'm asking all you Scientologists out there to start considering is that every evolution has been while Scientology has been on a statistical decline. Golden Age of Tech 1 crashed the stats. Golden Age of Tech 2 crashed the stats. Now you guys are getting ready for the Golden Age of Admin with the new OEC FEBC, and I'm sure you're all hoping now the orgs are really going to go St. Hill size. Guys, orgs haven't been going St. Hill size since 1996. You have to ask yourselves why. You have to be able to sit there and deal with the very uncomfortable answer to these questions. And then you have to ask yourself how management has been lying to you and lying to you and lying to you year after year after year. And it hasn't even occurred to most of you that you're being lied to. Just open your eyes, guys, a little bit, and you'll see that the lies are incredible. They're lying to you about things that are actually right in front of you and that you can see with your own eyes. And once you actually come to terms with the fact that that's what's happening, you'll realize you are absolutely being lied about the things that you can't see with your own eyes, like the truth about the upper OT levels, the truth that they don't exist, the truth that Miscavige was never actually selected by L. Ron Hubbard to take over Scientology, all these kinds of things. I mean, I realize we've kind of gone, a few steps removed from the original point of just an org having its power turned off, but it really is hard to overstate the significance of a major org like Joburg North having its power turned off because it owes $150,000 to the power company. It's one situation at one org, but you can extrapolate that out to the entire world of Scientology. It is a huge, huge deal. Something like that wouldn't even be possible in the world that most Scientologists think exists, which is a world where Scientology is actually flourishing and prospering. And any Scientologists who allow themselves to think on this for enough time, I think we'll start coming to some very uncomfortable conclusions. All right, everybody, that's all I've got on this for now. Thank you for watching and listening. Thanks to everybody who watches until the very end, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.